Greetings, one and all. How are you doing all today? Hope you're all well. Basically, it's Thoughts and Dreams episode. That's what it is. You've already realised that by clicking on the thumbnail. Okay, so let's crack on. And we've got a couple of questions from last week's episode that want sort of sorting out today. One comes from Sarah, and the first question that she's basically said is obviously from the sort of starring performances, I would imagine, from my cats in the last video. She wants to know how many I've actually got and obviously what the names are. Well, we've got, between us, me and my girlfriend, we've actually got 4. Yes, I know, it's mad. We're not one of those weird sort of bag ladies that have got millions of cats all over the house. We have got 4, and they're all female, and 2 of them are actually sisters from the same litter, so they're both from the same litter, so the same age, and that is Rosie and Tilly. And obviously I'll put pictures up on somewhere on the screen here so you guys can see them. And we've got Daisy, who we give her the nickname of Hobo Cat because the only reason being is when we moved house, she stayed out for around about 6 months in the garden. I don't know why, she just did. She wouldn't want to come back in the house, but she stayed with us. She didn't run off. She just stayed in the garden, which was really weird. We ended up having to take a bowl full of food out for her so she made sure she ate and stuff like that. And eventually she came back in, and yeah, it was a real strange thing. So Daisy's she's very strange. She's an amazing looking cat. She's so soft if you can ever get near her. She's not a lap cat. She will not be stroked when she doesn't want to be stroked. You can only touch her. I know this sounds weird, but you can only touch her in the bathroom. Yes, it's bizarre, okay? I don't know why, but she seems to be fine with rubbing around your legs, when you're like brushing your teeth or whatever, and you can stroke her and she'll be fine, no problem. As soon as you walk out the bathroom, that's it. No, you do not touch me. Get off, you know what I mean? And she'll turn around and she'll sort of try and sort of swipe at you. She shouldn't scratch, she just sort of swipes, you know what I mean? And then she'll just run off. You can sort of touch her sort of in the kitchen a little bit near the sort of washing machine. I have no idea why. No idea. Really bizarre. You'd have to ask her. I don't understand that. And then, and I know you shouldn't have favourites, but the only reason that Twiglet's my favourite is she loves being on my lap. She can't wait for me, once I've managed to struggle get him from the bathroom, or the toilet I should say, back into my seat, or if I've been out to a doctor's appointment and I've managed to get back in the house, she can't wait for me to sit back in this chair so that she can jump up and get straight on my lap and then curl up and go to sleep. And that's she's always been my sort of she's always been on my lap, even when I was before the accident. She's always been sort of wanting to sit on my lap, and I don't know, it's maybe because of my height, and I've got quite a long lap, because I'm like 6'1", that it's ideal for her to sit on, whereas Judith's a little bit shorter than me. She won't like me for saying that. That because Judith's quite a lot smaller than me, but there you go. And also Judith's very fidgety when she sits down. Judith likes to move about. She can't sit still. She moves her legs about. She can't get. So maybe that's it. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Because Rosie is sort of Judith's favourite in a way, because Rosie doesn't sit on anyone's lap, but she'll see where this neck collar thing that's supporting me. She sort of sits there on Judith, and she'll also, to get Judith up in the morning, she'll bite her nose. She never does it to me, but she'll bite her nose, you know what I mean? And apparently when we've looked it up, if a cat bites your nose, it's an affection that thing. It's like it means that because they can't obviously kiss, it biting their nose apparently is a way of saying that she loves us, which is like really nice and sort of thing, and is a sweet thing, and maybe that's why she shouldn't do it to me. I don't know. But anyway, I've had it done a couple of times, but you know, just don't hate me, you know. So, but anyway, so that's the four girls, as it were. I've always had cats all my life, from being like sort of as far back as when I can remember, maybe like being 3 years old or something. Always had cats. I've always found that when I go to like people's houses as well, you know, when someone says, "Oh, our cat can be a bit funny, she doesn't like strangers," and they'll come to me and they'll be like, "Whoa, how come?" And cats always, I don't know, they have this like sense that they know someone's like nice to them or kind to them and stuff like that, and that's with every animal. Don't get me wrong, there's been dogs in my life, you know, from my sister and stuff like that, and I've got no problem with dogs. I've got no problem with any animals, to be fair. Like, you know what I mean? I don't mind any form of animal. I'd rather put money towards charity regarding the cruelty to animals and stuff than some of these, like, you know, other charities that are knocking about out there. It's just one of those things. I feel that animals are treated in such disregard in some societies and some cultures that it's barbaric. You know, like in this country, we should not have fox hunting. I'm sorry if that's going to cause, you know, some people out there to think that it should. Yeah, there should be culling of foxes because they damage like crops and like what I mean crops, sheep. I mean, and things like that. But there's a more humane way of sorting that out. You build better fences around your sheep, for example, or you go about it in a humane way of doing it. And it's the same, like, you know, in Spain, where they have like bullfighting, and they have like I think it's Spain as well, or was it Portugal? I'm not sure. Where they have like bulls and stuff that run down the street and they end up like breaking their ankles and stuff. And you're just thinking, you know, in what way is that nice for the animal? You know, you basically put an animal in a scary situation just for amusement, and you know, and it's where you have like places in parts of Russia where they're cruel to like bears and things, and you know, and to me that plays on my heartstrings that so much, like the you know that people can get an animal and treat it in such a way where, you know, they're not doing anything wrong. You know, they're living their lives, they're just getting on with what they do in society, and they're not like coming into our homes and attacking us. Now, if an animal was to attack someone, like a vicious dog or a wolf or whatever, you know, or a shark or what, then I can understand why someone would hunt that down and protect themselves. I can. But to hunt something down for sport, I'm sorry, it's not right. You can hunt things for sport. We're in a world now where you can hunt things for sport that aren't living. You know, you've got drones and stuff that you can shoot out of the sky if you wanted to. You know, and I don't mean like the actual Air Force type drones. I mean, like, you know, little kiddie type drones. If you wanted to, we'd put targets on them, you know, and shoot them with like laser things or whatever. You know, you go to like Laser Quest. You know, you can go to paintballing. There's other ways of doing it, you know, and it's, to me, at the end of the day, that's ski cats running past. That's just my feeling, and this is not to cause controversy. This is not. Maybe it can open up a discussion. I'm quite happy to have a discussion, but it's just my feelings on the subject, and I've not got anything against anyone else's feelings in that respect. Like, I would never try and tell someone that they should do things my way. It's not about that. You know, people have their own choices and their own way of doing stuff, and if you feel that it's right to do that and you're happy and you can sleep at night, then that's down to you. But at the end of the day, how I see it is when people can pay $50,000 to hunt down a lion and then parade it across like you know what I'm on about. At the end of the day, if that lion had gone into a camp and started ripping children to pieces and stuff like that, then yeah, you can attack it. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, you shoot it so that it doesn't. I can totally understand that, but that wasn't the case, and people should not be. And the other thing that which annoys me is it's not just the person that's paying the money, it's the people that are taking the money, because it's not their lion. They don't own that lion. You know, it's just like another human being. You don't own someone. You don't own, like, an animal as such either. Even though it's a pet or something, that's fine. But that lion's not a pet. That lion was free. It was running around in the wild and stuff like that. And for someone to turn around and say, like, I'll have $50,000 because I'll show you where it is, they're just, in fact, they're probably worse than the person that's actually shooting the lion. I know that sounds bizarre, but because they're taking money from nothing. I mean, why would he even think to pay these people? If you wanted to so-called hunt the lion, then get in a jeep and just drive off yourself. You know, why are you paying these people to? They don't own the lion. The lion was free. And I'm going off just topic a bit, like, you know what I mean. But like I say, it's just my opinion. I do not like cruelty to animals. It's as simple as that. We'll draw a line under it, sort of, because the second question is sort of to do with animals as well. So that's the line under the hunty type thing. So there we go. Second question comes from Spencer, which we've talked about before in these videos. And he asks, was sort of the dogs, goats and rats, not rats. Totally not really forgotten what the full question is. Hold on, let me just pull it up. So what I'm talking about. Oh my god. Where are we? 2 seconds, guys. I do apologize. Yeah. Where are the dogs, goats, and rats, as it were? And I know he's being funny because put LOL on the end of it, like, you know what I mean. But there isn't any. Okay. Judith would love a goat. Judith would love a zoo. Well, not a zoo, because we don't agree in zoos, because that's keeping animals locked. You know what I mean? But she'd love, like, a little wildlife, you know, so they're in their own little areas. Like, you know, she wants a llama, she wants ferrets, she wants foxes. Judith would be quite happy to have a Noah's Ark, to be honest. Like, you know what I mean, with monkeys and what else does she want? Well, anything, to be honest. She sees like a cute animal on TV, and it's like, oh, one of those. You know, I want to look after it and stuff. And you're thinking you won't because you go to work, so it'd be like one of my carers having to look after it rather than me because I can't look after it. You know. Oh, that's the thing. I've totally forgotten, and I do apologise, Mr. Fishies. I've got fish as well. Like, you know. Yeah, we've got an aquarium, which has become a bit of a pain because I used to clean it all out and stuff, and obviously it struggles for me to be able to do that. So again, that's another job that has sort of been dropped onto Judith, and you know, God bless her, she's been an absolute saint. But yeah, so that's all the animals and stuff out of the way. So there we are. Let's move on to sort of thoughts and things and dreams and all that sort of thing. I'm just getting little questions out of the way. So, big massive thank you to everything that's sort of happening regarding my YouTube videos and Twitch streams, as it were. I've been getting huge responses on all this now. I'm getting lots of great comments, guys. You're all saying how great my videos are. Keep it up. Loving the videos that I'm doing, which is great that you guys feel that way, because I will keep doing them. There's no problem there whatsoever. So that's really good feedback, and I'm loving that. And I've got up to checking this morning, I'm on 92 subscribers now for YouTube, which is absolutely awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Like, it means so much. Like, you know, now I have lost a few, and I've noticed over the last couple of weeks I've lost 6, and I don't know why. And the weird thing is you're not to try and figure out who it is that's actually, because I would like to know. I'm not having a go at anyone for leaving. That's, you know, but I just would like to know why those 6 felt that there was something maybe not right with the content, it wasn't good enough, I don't know. It's a shame, and I want to try and keep as many of you guys on board as possible, so that's why I always say, leave comments of what you want me to do, or how you want things to change and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know basically on that. Twitch is coming along. I've set up like now obviously my Tuesdays and Thursday routine. Unfortunately, last Thursday, I think it was, I had a really bad session, as it were. Session, is that the right word? I don't think that's the right word. Episode, as it were. I get with the problems that I get automatic with all the pain that I get around this sort of area, the shoulder area, and this sort of from like this ear down here. That's where I get like the majority of my pain, and then obviously I get it in this wrist as well. I get like these weird spasm type things that come along sort of out of the blue. There's no not. It's not like how I've managed to position myself sitting or sleeping. It just happens. It's nothing I've eaten or anything. It's nothing like that. It's just like this weird thing, and it's as if like, all I can describe it as is, imagine someone's got a bottle of paint. I know it sounds, just bear with me. See, someone's got a bottle of paint and they pour it just above the top of my ear. Pour it in. Just imagine. Bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. Imagine there's a hole and someone pours this paint, and it's like, and that's how it feels. It feels as though it's like running water, but pain. If that makes, it's just so hard to. You try and explain to someone what your pain's like. It's so hard when you don't know how they feel pain. Do you know what I mean? This is what always gets me with doctors when they turn around and say, "What's your pain like?" And I'm going, "Well, it's absolutely excruciating." But trying to explain what excruciating feels like is really difficult, and it's trying to, because like it's like weird. It's like you don't know. This is the weird thing about the human body. When I experience pain, how do I know that my pain is exactly what your pain's like? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It's like, you know, when you look out of my eyes, I'm looking out, and I see the colour blue. How do I know that colour blue is the same colour blue that you're seeing? Do you understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to get round. It's like, what I'm saying is, you know, have you ever done it? Have you ever like walked around the house like in just bare feet, and like say there's like a corner of a unit or a coffee table or something like that, and you caught your toe on it, and it really hurts, like, but it's only like short, and then it like goes away, doesn't it? Yeah. Or if you've maybe bent down and you've left a cupboard door open, and you've come up and you've smacked the corner of your head, the door, right on the top of your head, and it's like that really sharp pain, but only for a small period of time. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I hope, because why am I asking you? I'm not going to get a feedback, am I? It's not Skype. Right. What I mean is, I get that, but I get it like in like a wave that goes down my arm and then up again. If that makes sense, I hope it does. Please let me know below that it does. You know what I mean? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like this really sharp, excruciating pain, as if you've like done that, and then. But then it keeps travelling up and down for around about 15 minutes or so. I don't know what one of my cats is playing at. Oh, she's just jumped. Right, let me like turn the camera around, guys. She's just jumped up. I got the right way here. You see her up in the corner there? That there is Twilit. And what are you doing? Eh? But she just jumped up there. For some reason. For fun, take it. Yeah, so that's the only best way of describing what that sharp, weird pain is like. But it's like lasts around 15 minutes, and because it's like so bad and it's excruciating for that length of time, it not, and when I say knocks me out, well, I don't mean it actually physically knocks me out. It just, Do you understand what I mean by it? It's just like as if like you've been punched in the stomach and it just like knocks you for six, as it were. And I had to unfortunately not stream that night, which I do apologise. And last night went really well, and it was really good, and I hope I apologise to the guys and stuff like that. But I was back on last night, and I'll be back on again tomorrow. That you guys will tune in for these episodes. What I've done is I've completed The Witcher 3 on the PlayStation 4, and once you've completed it, you can go back to the beginning and start again, but on the level that you finished the game, if that makes sense. So I've gone back at level sort of 35, so I've got all my gear and everything, but the great thing is you start again, but I say great, all the monsters that you came across sort of in the first time round, which were on sort of level, I don't know, say like for example like a wild dog's like only like level, like when I say level, amount of points is like maybe 2 or something. Now it's got like 30, so it's like Christ, like, you know. And when it, I mean, I was like playing last night, and I was trying to beat this, like, you know, I'm talking to people that have played the game. So if you played the game, and I don't want any spoilers, but it's not really a spoiler. But at the beginning, when you're sort of doing your training bit, and you're there, you have to fight a griffin, and it just like one swipe and it just got rid of all my health. It was like Jesus. So one swipe of its wing, it just went like that sort of thing, and it knocked all my health off completely. Like, and so that was tough because it took me about 4, maybe 5 attempts before I could defeat it, but I did it in the end. But yeah, it was really good last night. I had some. It's a quick mention to a couple of guys that were chatting last night in the chat. You know, you guys are. That's like Donuts and Jacob. And I hope you guys will tune in again, which you more than likely will because you followed. So I'm hoping that you will. Yeah. So and they were great in the comments and stuff, along with obviously like with normally with Spencer and Sarah and stuff like that. But guys, come along, tune in. Like, you know what I mean. You don't have to stop for like 10 minutes if you want. You know what I mean, just to see how we get on. And obviously these will get better. And this is oh God, I'm rabbiting today. What I want to ask you guys is, I'm looking to try and get my Twitch channel looking like everyone else's. And what I mean by is, you know, when people like get like new followers, it comes up with like an alert saying like, oh thank you, and it comes up on the screen, a little animation like GIF type thing comes up, or if you get donation, and or just the layout, because I know I'm doing it through like the PlayStation 4, but I want to do it. I think you can do it so that, I mean, I've got an Elgato, so if that helps, you know, but I've only got like, you know, a sort of basic sort of laptop type thing, so, but I'm hoping, again, this is during the get me PC, you know, and I keep going on about it, I know guys, but anyway, I've really rabbited today, and I think that's a lot down to like the animal type thing, and I do apologise if this has gone on like for longer than normal this week. But yeah, dreams, get me compensation, get a decent PC, make my Twitch channel look really nice, and be able to do different videos on, on YouTube. Oh, look, see, she's like jumped down now. Here she is, look. Okay. You gonna say hello to the camera? No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Well, this has been Dave from Mumongu Gaming, and you gonna wave? And this has been Twilit. Okay, guys. And I'll catch you as always on the next videos. Take care. Always as always. Get my words out. As always, guys, give someone, you know, a hug. And I even found out yesterday, which is like a weird thing, because I always keep saying about like giving people hugs. Apparently, if you hug someone, it reduces your blood pressure. So if you go know anyone that's got high blood pressure, give them a hug and it reduces it. Well, not by a massive amount, but it does reduce it. So there you go, guys. Even though I've been saying I give a hug for good feelings. It actually reduces, for health reasons as well, it actually reduces your blood pressure, which is always a good thing. So there you go, guys, take care, and I will catch you on the next video. Cheerio!